everyone. Welcome to Ingrid's World Television Show. My name is Ingrid Paris-Hickle, and I'm the executive producer and host of the show. So on this show, we get to meet Nicole Jackson Williams, and she's the chapter president of the Prince William County chapter of Jack and Jill of America Incorporated. Nicole has a BS and master's degree in chemistry from Fisk University and an MBA from Emory University. Nicole has 15 years experience in pharmaceutical industry and nearly 10 years of experience at the federal level. Currently, she teaches chemistry in Prince William County, Virginia. So welcome to the show, Nicole Jackson Williams.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here with you, Ingrid.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here. So tell our viewers about yourself.
Okay, well, I will be happy to do that. I actually was raised in a town called Clarksville, Tennessee. So I am a Southern girl. And I've been here on the East Coast now, oh my goodness, since the year 2000. And you were able to express what I did educationally. So professionally, I was a chemist working at Roche, mostly on drug targets and oncology. And I actually, once I got my MBA, I moved over to commercial operations. So that's a little bit about me professionally. And once I had my daughters, Nyla and Elise, I decided that professionally, I wanted to move into a field where I could give back. And so now I am extremely happy to be in the classroom teaching chemistry to students. And it definitely, I get joy at work and I get joy at home with my two daughters. And so that is it about me.
Oh, well, wonderful. And, and to meet a chemist is fantastic. So congratulations on making wonderful choices like that. That's outstanding. So tell us about Jack and Jill of America Incorporated.
Okay, so Jack and Jill of America is the only premier African-American organization that's devoted to families. Jack and Jill of America is comprised of mothers who are trying to carefully study their children. We craft age group activities for our children, all to develop future leaders. And we also teach our children about the importance of philanthropy.
Ooh, I love that philanthropy. That is key. And now tell us about the Prince William County chapter of Jack and Jill of America Incorporated.
Okay, so this is the chapter that I humbly serve as the president, and we are approaching our 40-year anniversary. The Prince William County chapter was chartered in September 40 years ago. And it was organized by our chapter organizer, which we are so blessed to still interact with her frequently. And her name is Dr. Frances Wood. And she had some friends that came out of the Alexandria Mount Vernon chapter who talked to her about the possibility of beginning a chapter out here in Prince William County. And we have been going strong ever since.
Outstanding. And I think that that's what it really counts. And I love the fact that you have the organizer involved in your chapter. That's outstanding. So what is the mission of the Prince William County chapter of Jack and Jill?
So our mission is really to just build on the national mission of Jack and Jill, and that is to improve the lives of all children, including our own. And we are trying to build on that, and we want to make sure that we're improving the lives of all children in the Prince William County area. So that is our mission.
That's really exciting. So it's also all the children. So it's not just Jack and Jill, and I think that that's a beautiful thing to say, because I can imagine that there are, it's expensive and not everyone has that type of resource. So I love hearing the fact that it's inclusive of all children. That's good. So now let's go to some of the activities offered by the chapter.
Okay, so one thing I neglected to mention, our chapter is composed of over 50 mothers.
Ooh.
We have over 20 associates, and the associates are those beautiful women who have graduated out of our chapter. So the way that Jack and Jill is structured, children, mothers who have children between the ages of 2 and 19, those children are eligible to participate in our age group programming. And so once the child graduates from high school, we say that the child has graduated out of Jack and Jill, having completed all of the programs that Jack and Jill has to offer, and that child becomes an alumna or a legacy of Jack and Jill. And the mother, we call that bridging out to associate land. And so an associate jewel is a mother member. It is still a membership category, but that is a way where women can still stay involved with the chapter. And Jack and Jill is really a family organization. So the mothers become friends, their children become friends, their spouses become friends. And if you're in the chapter any length of time, you develop a very close relationship with those other women. You're looking to your left and to your right. Your children are playing together, and so you develop a close relationship. And so maybe that mother that you have that friendship with has a child that's younger than yours. So say if your child graduates from high school
Uh-huh.
and graduate out,
Right.
then associates group that gives them an opportunity to still be involved with the chapter and to not have to let go of those friendships. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's a
Wow.
wonderful relationship. So, we have our age group activities, we have volunteer activities, we have so many things that we do trying to involve all of our members, our associate jewels, our children, and even our fathers.
So let's just pause for a second. We have this beautiful picture of all these women. And so that's your chapter?
Yes. So we
Mm.
have 50 mothers, 50
Wow.
mother members. We have 91 children. And we divide our children into 5 different age groups. So those children that start at maybe age 2 through kindergarten is our tiny tots group. Then we have our first through our third graders. Those are our little gems. Our fourth and fifth graders are our terrific tweens. Our middle school kids, so that's grades 6 through 8, those are they're just our
Wow.
middle school kids. And then of course our high school kids, they are in the teen group. Now the teen group is a little special because, and let me back up, because for the children who
Uh-huh.
are in the younger ages, the mothers come together and plan their age group activities.
All
And
right.
there is an age group activity once a month. But when you have your children in the teen group, guess what? We're building those future leaders, remember? And so the teens have to plan their own activities.
Ooh, now that can be very interesting that the teens are planning their own activities. But
Yes.
I just love how you empower them to do that, to make
Yes.
those types of decisions. So I imagine they have to think about budget and location and
They
time.
do. They do. And the teen group, they mirror the mothers. So they have their own officers. They have their own officer elections. So there is a teen chapter president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer, because you talked about the budgeting. And they have a couple of other officers, and they set their budget. And so they have a budget that they operate from, and they decide what they're going to do with their money. One thing about Jack and Jill, we also have a National Jack and Jill Foundation, and that is the arm that allows Jack and Jill to be able to provide services to children who are not their mothers are not in the organization. And so
Right.
the mothers, we have to give a certain amount to the foundation every year, but also our teens do. So they plan a fundraiser for that benefit. They
Oh.
plan their entire calendar. Now, the one thing that I neglected to talk about, and that's the one thing that makes the Jack and Jill experience so special for our children, is Jack and Jill has national thrusts for,
Oh.
or it's kind of a guidance on how we plan age group activities. So
Okay.
some of those thrusts, for example, there is a legislative thrust where children have the opportunity to learn about all things legislative. There is a financial literacy aspect where they learn about budgeting. There is obviously an educational thrust. There is now a STEAM thrust, which is one of my favorites.
Oh. Oh,
Planning
right, right,
activities that are
right.
scientific. And then, of course, there's the social and the fun and the recreational. So that is when our children come in, and my girls came in when they were 2 and 3 years old. So I've had a few years of experience of planning age group activities around those specific thrusts. And the children understand what they are as well. And so by the time your child moves into the teen group, they understand that they have to design an activity that might be health related, or that there's a financial literacy component, or that there's a legacy, I'm sorry, an advocacy component, legislative component. And so they understand that as teens. So they have certain parameters that they are given to plan their own activities.
So exciting. And, because I wasn't too sure what type of activities, and now you've broken it down. It's a whole method, how you're planning it, and it's a whole method to the types of activities the children get to participate in.
Yes.
So what really struck me is that talk about a little bit about the community service activities. Um, so I see one picture that you have, and it looks like they're packing things and preparing.
Yes.
What's going on in that picture?
Yes, that was our MLK Day of Service activity. And one thing about Jack and Jill, there is a calendar, and we have observances, and the one is MLK Day of Service,
Oh
and
wow!
this was a massive activity. We packed food meals, and we partnered with an organization called Kids Against Hunger, where
Yes.
they would deliver those meals that we packaged. We were able to have mothers, fathers, children of all age groups, and friends come and help us to package those meals. We had over 108 participants to package those meals, and it was such a phenomenal day. And we
Wow.
packaged over 20,000 meals.
20,000
Over
meals? You
20,000 meals. There was a little meal kit, and we were given directions on how to package that meal. And that one meal kit would go to a place around the world, and it would feed a family of four for about a week, just with what we packaged.
Oh, that just gives me chills because, that is always an issue, hunger.
Yes,
And how important that is for children and families, and you know working side by side to help others. That's
yes,
so important. Well,
yes.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I said day of service. I'm like, what is that? But now, oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Thank
Now, also, you partner with other organizations to help the chapter deliver services to the community. Uh, so, how does that happen?
Well, it's again, you've got mothers who are seeking or looking at age group activities that they're going to sponsor for their younger children. We also have a community service uh, committee who are looking for ways that we can partner with other organizations to try to bring services. And so doing it, either trying to plan an age group activity or just trying to plan a way that the chapter can be of service, we actively seek those opportunities. And
Mm.
so the Kids Against Hunger, That one, we actually had members who had participated in that activity with, say, their church or maybe another organization. And so it was easy to kind of segue and try to work with them as a partner. Another partner that we have had in the past was with Keep Prince William Beautiful. And we performed, I guess it was
Oh.
2 years ago now, we performed a beautification project at the church that burned down here in Gainesville, Virginia. And so that was a partnership that we were able to find, just trying to find an age group activity where our children could participate in community service.
Mm.
Those are the two most recent ones that I can think of, and the most meaningful ones. Lately, we have been partnering with Ellis Elementary School, and that has been amazing. And actually, we'll have a community health fair at Ellis Elementary School coming up on this Saturday, April the 13th. I believe the times are 10 to 2, but we will be there partnering with Ellis Elementary School. So we actively seek ways that we can help organizations or schools within the community, and that's how we try to partner with them. And sometimes we're able to find a partner who is able to provide resources for us to try to provide service.
So I'll have to let our viewers know that this is an evergreen show. So although you're so wonderful and talked about how it's happening in April, I do say they should check the website. You do have a wonderful website to see what's currently going on, because what we like to do is try to show a lot of different things that are happening, and then we air the show. And I think this show is going to be airing, in another few months. But the main thing is, I always say, what is the website that people can go to kind of check on the latest
Or
events?
they can Google it. So they can Google the Prince William County chapter of Jack and Jill, and that will take them directly to our website. And we also
Google it.
have a Facebook group as well. So we have a Facebook page rather as well. So if they Google it, it will come right up. I just want to make sure that I am not giving an incorrect web.
Google is perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where was I before Google? which,
No,
which
all of us.
so I just love it. Yeah, Google it. You'll find it. It's not a problem. Um, Another thing, I mean, it's a phenomenal organization. And what really struck me is that you do scholarships. Now, tell us about the scholarships offered by the chapter.
So we are moving into that realm because we are coming up on 40 years. We wanted to find a way to give back that's representative of that 40 years. So, what we are doing is we are putting plans in place to offer 40 scholarships during our 40th anniversary year. So, we are working very hard to fulfill that goal. So this is kind of in the early planning stages of that. And what we're hoping is that it's something that we can certainly continue on, because scholarships are very, very important.
Well, they really are critical, I'm telling you. And so, what a wonderful way to celebrate the success of the chapter. And 91 children. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So, tell us about the awards that Prince William County chapter of Jack and Jill America has received.
We have received programming awards. So that's been for our age group programs. We have received an editorial award. We actually received an award for our 30th anniversary, because what we did that year was provide 30 acts of service to the Prince William County community.
Oh,
And our chapter was recognized for that. Our chapter has been recognized numerous times for all of our age group programming. We've been recognized for some of our distinguished teams who may have fulfilled certain or accomplished certain things. So they have received recognition. We have had some of our teams serve as a regional teen officer. So we have been recognized on multiple levels throughout over the last several years.
And it's really, so exciting that, that this is an organization that is celebrating the jewels in our community, our children. And that is like so wonderful. Um, I don't want to just jump into finding more information about Prince William because we've already agreed about that. But what gets you excited about Jack and Jill?
I have to say, and it kind of changes because I'm a mother member. And one year it might be the relationships that I'm developing with other mother members and other friendships that form as a result of that. Um, it is the age group activities. You look at that calendar and you're like, oh, I can't wait to do this, and just to see how your children will enjoy that activity, and you're creating memories from that. Sometimes it might shift to what the community service aspect. What services are you providing? And I've been in the chapter now 8 years, and so it shifts. But the one thing that keeps me excited about the chapter is going to be those relationships that are formed. That is the one thing that it's constant throughout. You make friends in the chapter that maybe those ladies may have come in the chapter at the same time I did, or maybe our children are the same age. And then as the years progress, we have new members, and so we meet new women, and you have the opportunity to form um, more friendships. And it's almost like Girl Scouts, make new friends but keep the old. And so I think that the one thing that keeps me excited about the chapter are the relationships, and it is another type of family.
So you're a phenomenal woman. You have a, wonderful career, wonderful family, and then you give back. So Nicole Jackson Williams, how do you balance it all? What is the key to your success?
It is keeping a calendar, and a strict calendar. And I have to be honest with you. I was a professional for many years before I became a mother. And so it's easier to manage your career, manage your time before you have children. And then when I had children, I had to try to figure out what was that balance for me. And I knew about Jack and Jill because I facilitated some age group activities in my years as a chemist. So I was very familiar with Jack and Jill. And I said, okay, I want this experience for my children. So I actively sought out, Jack and Jill and that opportunity. And then when I came into Jack and Jill, we have a robust calendar with planning our age group activities. And because you're managing that, I really have to say, Ingrid, that Jack and Jill really helped me as a mother to be able to balance motherhood, to be able to balance my professional life
Yes.
and my personal life.
Wow.
And it took a couple of years, but now I'm a pro at it. And so I really give Jack and Jill the a lot of the credit for helping me to balance it all. And we provide educational opportunities even for our mothers, talking about the importance of self-care.
Wow.
And so what I do to balance it and to make sure that I can continue to give, because it's a lot of giving that I have to do, a lot of pouring into others that I have to do. And the one thing that I do is I make sure that I take care of myself.
Wow.
I give myself those quiet moments, the quiet moments with my girls where we're literally just cuddled at home, not doing anything, just enjoying that time. And
Wow.
that is what keeps me balanced. And I have to tell you, Ingrid, my job as a teacher is probably one of the best jobs because every day, I look forward to going to work every day. And then I have to take a moment every day to recharge my batteries. So that is what I do, and that's my secret.
Well, I can't thank you enough for being a guest on Ingrid's World. The work of the chapter is amazing. And thank you so much for sharing how the chapter is making our community better. So it's not just their children, but it's the entire community.
Yes.
My inspirational quote is from Barack Obama. One of the lessons that I grew up with was to always stay true to yourself. Never let what somebody says distract you from your goals. So thank you, Nicole Jackson Williams, for being on Ingrid's World television show. And remember to connect with me on Facebook at Ingrid's World, or follow the show, Ingrid's World VA, in X and Instagram. Miss an episode? Well, remember, you can find the show on Ingrid's World LLC YouTube channel and ingridsworld.org. Thanks for watching.